So today's show is supposed to have Sha'Carri Richardson on. Now I was waking up, and again I sleep with the TV on, and they're saying, oh, an Olympic athlete might miss their chance to go to the Olympics because of weed. And I'm like, oh, please don't let it be the orange-haired lady. Look, I love the Olympics. I like all this stuff. Of course, nobody wants anybody taking performance-enhancing drugs and stuff like that. And I know that people, somehow people in this world, especially younger folks, they just go so quickly into this new world, and they have new rules, and they don't understand how long it takes to get things changed, how long it takes to actually get things changed on paper. And it doesn't matter if it's legal where you live. It doesn't matter if it's legal in your town. It doesn't matter how long you think you've been smoking and it was okay because nobody picked on you for it. Look, if it's a banned substance, okay, we've been through the banned substance thing before when it's not performance enhancing drugs. This happens where Olympic athletes are tested like crazy to make sure there's no stuff in their system. Now, whether pot is performance enhancing or not, you know it's on the list. I mean, there's like, I think one year somebody got in trouble for their birth control pills, or somebody got a B12 shot. I don't even, every once in a while this crap pops up for something that seems harmless. But the fact is, y'all going for the Olympics, you gotta look at that list. You gotta know the list. You gotta say, I'm not taking any of this shit. I don't care how harmless it is. I don't care what all my friends are doing. You gotta preserve your chance and what you've been striving for your whole life. Cause I guarantee, I mean, I don't smoke pot. I've never heard anybody saying that it's that important in their life to give up everything for. I hope she fights it. I hope they, I mean, I don't know if she just took the test. I don't know how long that stuff stays in your system. I know people who are trying to pass drug tests because they're on probation or something else. They time things out and they know how to do. I don't know what happened here, because that's a stupid thing to miss the Olympics for, gold or not, just to go. She's supposed to be on. I'm gonna pause it here. She's supposed to be on. And I just can't. It's too important. It's too important. Okay, it's on now. Let's see what happens here. Ooh. Oh, she's gonna be. Today's show, and the way they make people stand there and wait to talk for like hours. They just keep them on hold. I mean, she's very young. She's 21. I mean, that's not babies, but, you know, somebody 21 doesn't remember how the rules were, how strict the rules were. And for sports, I do not think, I mean, I could be wrong, but I remember when Gronk was retired and he was doing his CBD oil thing, he was saying how it helps with recovery and that they should stop having it be, you know, illegal in the NFL. Now, I don't know if they did stop, but, you know, in sports, you gotta, like I said, if Skittles was a banned substance and you want to be in the sport, or you want to, you know, be allowed to play or do whatever, you just don't eat Skittles. You know what I mean? If it's on the list, it doesn't matter if it really enhances your performance or not. It just matters what the rules are. It's unfortunate, but I think too the younger generations don't get the idea of rules. They don't like a rule. They figure, well, I don't have to follow it. because it's stupid. You know, I think that we've seen that in the streets and everywhere else the last year or so. Just to gamble all that. Let's see what she's going to say. I mean, I don't know.
And after being notified for a failed drug test, Richardson tweeted yesterday, "I am human." Chanel, thank you. Sha'Carri Richardson joins us now. Good morning, Sha'Carri. I just wanted to ask a simple question first. How are you doing? I'm blessed to be alive. That's about it. This is not easy. This is a hard moment.
She's blessed to be alive, she said. Okay.
Thank you for being on. I know you wanted to tell your story. So tell me, what happened? What led up to this positive test? This honestly was just, I would say, compliment from my actions.
Okay, she hasn't changed the battery in her smoke detector because it just beeped. It keeps beeping. I'm not. She needs to change the battery in her smoke detector. Appeal this. Just drink water and eat the bare minimum. Don't hang around with none of your friends. What pain? So she's using it to cope with something. So it sounds like the pressure. I'm laughing at the smoke detector. I'm sorry.
Sha'Carri, I just want people to understand where you're coming from, and tell me if this is correct, but it was a few days before your big race and the trials, you found out that your biological mother had passed away. You found out when a reporter told you, and it was after that
a reporter told her that her mother died.
some kind of marijuana. I should mention, you were in Oregon. It's legal in Oregon. You didn't violate any law, but it was against the rules of your sport, and as you said, you knew that. But is that what happened? Is that how this unfolded? Honestly, yes, that is the story. I had an interview scheduled with my agent. I knew I was at the end, but I knew going to the interview, like if I was just an open or normal interview, and then on the interview to hear that information come from a complete stranger, was definitely triggering. It was definitely nerve-shocking, because it's just like, how are you just...
Why didn't anybody else tell her that? I mean, obviously her biological mother, but means that I guess she was adopted. I don't know, or something. But why would a reporter be the one to know that and tell her that? Like I said, I don't know anything about her background. I just watched the trials. You can't just say things to people. This is why when words matter, yeah, words do matter. It's not sticks and stone stuff. But you gotta be careful with a human being. The way you talk to them, the way you know. Wait a minute. Why is it that she won't... Wait. She definitely won't be able to compete in the individual already? I thought that, no, they can do something, right? I mean... I did that noise again, I'm sorry. My throat was itching. Why didn't anybody tell her? I'm serious. Why didn't anybody tell her about her biological mother before a reporter just dropped it on her head? And who gave her the fucking pot? Because y'all gonna burn in hell. Whoever that was not protecting her. She grew it in her house. Somebody gave it to her. And that person tried to steal her dream. May have succeeded. I was telling the truth that she did the stuff. She said she knows it was against the rules. She said she did it anyway. I really feel like there's got to be an avenue that if she just stays completely clean, it's July 2nd. What day is? I mean, it's. I know it's at the end of the month. I wrote it in my calendar when the Olympics start. Like the opening ceremony is in 21 days. It's in 3 weeks. The Olympic opening ceremony is in 3 weeks. There ought to be a way. Because it's obviously not going to affect your performance. Anyway, they as far as I remember, for the Olympics, I know they at least do a test before and after the competition. Like, right before and right after. And then they hold everything, they keep everything on ice. They keep the samples on ice so that they can test them later on in case there was a performance-enhancing drug that they didn't have a test for yet on the day, but that would have helped. So they gotta find a way, because for her to not be able, I mean, okay, relay, but why would she be able to do the relay and not the individual race? I don't like this. They need to. Yeah, she's 21, but yeah, you don't know. You don't know, because 4 years down the line, this was her time. They can't. She was going through something. She was in a state where it's legal. I think there are extenuating circumstances. I think she should appeal. She should appeal it to, is it the U.S.? Who is it? The U.S. Olympic Committee or the International Olympic Committee that's saying no at this point? I'm saying at this point. I'm not saying that if it wouldn't go further that they would say no, but I don't know enough about the rules, but just whoever didn't tell her, who knew, who could have told her about her mother, her biological mother. I don't know what their relationship was. I don't know if there was any relationship at all. But even still, like I said, when people bring up the freaking doctor that molested the gymnast to the gymnast, or they have them talk about it in an interview going into this, it just, that's why when Simone Biles fell off the balance beam, I was like, any little thing in there that can mess with people, it doesn't matter your physical prowess, it doesn't matter, you know what I mean? You have to have basically nerves of steel. You have to have a clear mind. You have to have the eye of the tiger. You have to have everything in order to succeed in these high pressure situations. And you have people in high pressure situations and you're going to drop emotional bombs on them, or you're going to remind them of the worst shit in their life while they're supposed to be in eye of the tiger mode, trying to go for a lifetime dream that only a handful of people in the history of humankind are able to make it to the Olympics. That's why it's so, it's your own determination and your will that get you there, and it's very few people who can do it. And for these, when I say people are demons, this is what I mean. I don't think they're demons with tails and shit. This is what I mean. They're demonic in that they incept you with bullshit to ruin your life. Or they're hidden enemies. They're treacherous. They are traitorous. They are saboteurs. And you have to be on guard for all of that. I mean, I know the Olympic athletes, they don't drink water that they didn't purchase themselves. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of ways that people who are really worried about getting to, there's so many. I hope she can appeal. I hope somehow the USOC or the IOC see the situation and give the kid a break. It's just fucking awful.